Hi, I'm Phil Constantine. On this episode of Travels with Phil, we're going to Hueco Tanks State Park, an oasis in the West Texas desert. Unless you're a local, if you've heard of Hueco Tanks, it's probably because of one of three things. It's a rare spot in the desert which often has water. It has world-class petroglyphs and masks, which are ancient drawings, and it also has world-class bouldering. I'm going to show you examples of all three. Let's look at the scenic beauty and the water pools, which make this a unique spot in the West Texas desert. You're looking at El Paso. Hueco Tanks is 32 miles or 51 kilometers northeast of central El Paso. These granite rocks were geologically upthrust into the area millions of years ago. The area receives less than 14 inches of rain annually, but in the past the water could last here for almost an entire year. The water ran into small hollows in the rock. Hueco is Spanish for hollow. It was this standing water which made the area special to people and wildlife. This unique terrain is what allowed the water to gather and which made animals come here, and early humans also come here to find that water, which was vital in the desert, which was unique in this area. Here are some of those. Let me show you my video from there. I am at Hueco Tanks, or Hueco Tanks, Hueco Tanks. This is not too far from El Paso. You can see the area out here. And this is well known as an area where volcanic rocks came up into a limestone area. The limestone eventually wore away, and what was left was the granite type rock. And this right here is a hueco. It's a shallow area where water will stay long after it's dried up or evaporated from the rest of the desert. And this led to a lot of people coming through here and animals as well. You can see a lot of pictographs. Now these look like petroglyphs right there. A little bit, the triangles. They look like they're chipped into the rock. There's lots of masks in here in various places. You see in various spots here. Now it's a large area, and part of the most of the area is only accessible by tour with the rangers. And there's some fairy shrimp in some of the standing water. Looks like a praying mantis right there. You can see a lot of the petroglyphs and pictographs, if there were different types, back in there. Now they did add a little dam right there to facilitate some of the water. So you can see all this stuff in here. You can tell that there's a patina to it because people have had campfires. There's also been a lot of graffiti in here as well. Now they used to allow lots of people in here, but unfortunately the graffiti got to be so bad and the use was so bad, there were so many people, there's so much usage here, that they had to change their minds and restrict the access. Now they only allow about 70 people a day to come through to make sure that they monitor who is doing what where, and that the usage or overuse of the park doesn't destroy it. Travels with Phil from Hueco Tanks, not too far from El Paso. Back to you. Let's take a look at the petroglyphs, pictographs, and 200 plus mask drawings which can be seen here. I'm going to have a ranger introduce this to you.
There really is no other place like Hueco Tanks in terms of the nature and the number of the pictograph images. And for a tiny place of only 860 acres, there's just an amazing number of separate pictograph sites. This is one of several really special pictographs at Hueco Tanks. And if you look in the interior of the body of the figure, you can see what look like lightning bolts. And the eyes, they're kind of round, googly eyes. This mask that we sometimes call starry-eyed man has been staring out of his little niche in the rocks for between 600 and 1800 years. It's amazing that it's in such good condition.
Visitors can see over 200 Jornada Mugion masks, either on their own in the self-guided area or
there are some white horn dancers, pictographs right here, this Mescaleto Apache. If you're wanting a time period, most likely you're talking about maybe 1600s. Could be older than that.
and then you can turn around and lay on your back, and up on the ceiling of the shelter are these beautiful masks made by the Jornada Mogollon people in different colors and different shapes and sizes, and it's just really neat to lay there on your back and reflect on the people that made those thousands of years ago and what they meant to them.
There are a wide variety of drawings in Hueco Tanks, ranging from 100 to thousands of years old. Because of the concern about graffiti, they limit the number of visitors to about 70 a day, although they could change. Recommend getting reservations. Bouldering or rock climbing at Hueco Tanks attracts worldwide participants. You can see the special kind of holes that are here, which are great for grasping and climbing. These are some of the folks that come out there. They just climb on the rocks. There's special climbing areas so they don't mess with the pictographs or the petroglyphs. And you use your feet. They will often put special padding on the ground beneath them as to keep them from hurting themselves when you fall off. You can see it here on the very bottom underneath the person in orange there. And in some cases, they just keep trying and trying and trying until they finally make it. They consider these rock climbing problems or bouldering problems. So it's a real accomplishment when you make it to the top. So Hueco Tanks offers a variety of things to do and to see. There's definitely scenic beauty. There's some wildlife that you can see out there, a variety of drawings. There's another fox out there. Just real pretty structures, as well as just the climate that you will often find in the desert. And a special thanks to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department for their help in making this video. I highly recommend a trip if you ever find yourself in the area around El Paso. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please feel free to make comments below as long as the language is family friendly. And if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button below. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the circle with my picture in it in the lower right-hand corner of the video. The arrow is pointing at it now. And once you have subscribed, you can be notified of when I have a new video posted by clicking on the bell icon in the description field below the video. Thanks again for watching.